Imagine a high-speed train racing through the English countryside, passengers enjoying their journey, until chaos erupts in a horrifying act of violence. This isn't just a news story. It's a stark reminder of the bravery that can emerge in the darkest moments, and how one person's heroic actions can turn the tide. But here's where it gets controversial. Was this attack truly random, or does it highlight deeper issues in public safety that we've been ignoring? Let's dive into the details of the Cambridgeshire train stabbings and uncover the full picture, including the untold bravery and the debates it sparks. On a Saturday evening, a London North Eastern Railway, LNER, train departed Peterborough bound for London's King's Cross station. But the journey took a terrifying turn. Police described it as a major incident, with a 32-year-old British man from Peterborough now in custody and facing questioning. Witnesses recounted a nightmarish 14 minutes after leaving Peterborough, where bloodied victims dashed through the carriages, alerting others to the danger. The train made an unscheduled halt at Huntingdon station in Cambridgeshire around 7:50 p.m., where emergency services were already positioned to respond swiftly. At the heart of this story is the extraordinary courage of an LNER staff member, hailed as heroic by authorities. This individual, whose identity hasn't been publicly revealed, stepped in to confront the assailant mid-journey, as captured on CCTV footage. Their intervention likely prevented even more casualties, but it came at a tremendous personal cost. They sustained life-threatening injuries. British Transport Police, BTP, Deputy Chief Constable Stuart Cundy praised the actions, noting that the staff member's family is receiving support from specialized officers. And this is the part most people miss. Such heroism on public transport isn't rare, but it underscores the everyday risks faced by rail workers, who often go above and beyond without fanfare. The attacker, armed with a large knife, was eventually subdued on the platform at Huntingdon. Bystanders recorded the dramatic scene as police used a taser on him, amid his repeated shouts of, "Kill me! Kill me!" Viorel Turturica, a 42-year-old taxi driver waiting nearby, captured the arrest on video, describing how the suspect, clad in black and wielding a huge kitchen knife, dashed past his car just moments before officers intervened. Initially, the situation was coded as a Plato alert, a term used by UK emergency services for responding to active shooter or knife attacks resembling terrorism, but authorities later clarified it wasn't linked to terrorism. In total, 11 individuals received hospital treatment, with 5 later discharged. Among the injured was a Nottingham Forest football season ticket holder, who reportedly shielded a young girl during the assault, suffering serious wounds in the process. Reports indicate the club's owner has pledged support to this fan. Another figure in the spotlight is the train driver, Andrew Johnson, a Royal Navy veteran with experience from the Iraq War. A SLEF union representative Nigel Roebuck commended Johnson for choosing to stop at Huntingdon, a station with better access for responders, rather than between stops where help would be harder to reach. Johnson, though shaken, was described as holding up well. Witnesses like Ollie Foster painted a vivid picture of the panic. Sitting in Coach H and immersed in an audiobook, he recalled a man rushing by, warning of a stabbing spree. At first, Foster dismissed it as a Halloween prank, but the sheer terror on faces made it clear this was no joke. Police received initial distress calls at 7:39 p.m., leading to the emergency stop. Rail unions RMT and TSSA quickly rallied in support of the staff, demanding stronger protections. RMT General Secretary Eddie Dempsey announced plans for urgent discussions with the government, rail companies, and police to bolster resources and procedures. Similarly, TSSA's Maryam Eslamdoust called on LNER and authorities to enhance security measures and provide better aid for affected workers to prevent future incidents. This push for change is where things get really intriguing. Do we need more armed security on trains, or is better mental health support the key? And here's the controversy that might divide opinions. Police revealed the suspect's ethnicity, Black British, to counter online disinformation falsely claiming it was a terrorist act by Asian Islamists. Former Scotland Yard Chief Superintendent Dal Babu pointed out the selective pressure on forces to disclose such details, often absent in cases of racial abuse against Black individuals in sports or elsewhere. Is this transparency necessary, or does it risk fueling stereotypes? What do you think? Should ethnicity always be shared, or only when it debunks myths? The incident caused disruptions to LNER services along the East Coast Main Line, from London King's Cross to destinations like Lincoln, Doncaster, Leeds, Bradford, and Harrogate, with delays expected until Monday. Passengers were urged to postpone trips if possible. Authorities emphasize there's no evidence of terrorism and urge anyone with relevant information to contact BTP by texting 61016, referencing case 663 of January 11, 25. This tragedy highlights the thin line between routine travel and unthinkable danger, and the unsung heroes who keep us safe. But it also raises big questions. Are our transport systems equipped for such threats? Should staff training include more self-defense? And in an era of viral misinformation, how do we balance truth with privacy? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with the union's calls for action, or see a different path forward? Let's discuss. Additional reporting by Harry Taylor and Vikram Dodd.